30.
20.
5, 4, 3,
2.
1. Ignition sequence start. This is just the beginning. Are you ready?
Here comes the best part.
1, 2, 3,
go.
Life Matters, a 6-time winner of the best morning show in Wisconsin. Hosted by Nancy Douglas and Tom Giovanoni.
All of you, get ready.
and now.
Life Matters begins on Lake 96.1.
Welcome to Life Matters. Wow, fancy seeing you here.
What a treat. What a treat. Had me come in on a Sunday.
I know.
Just to hang out with my boss, who I see 5 days
Sometimes more.
out of 7.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes
we
more.
We spent a lot of time together last
We
week.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mike Mason joins me this morning because Tom Giovanoni decided to bail on me and take vacation. Just kidding.
He deserves it.
He does.
He deserves it.
They're having a great time. From
Where
what I
did they
understand.
go?
They took a motorcycle trip like down to the Ozarks with like 4 other couples or something. And
okay.
so, yeah. So I'm really only mad at him because I'm totally jealous because,
Right.
you know, I love that kind of stuff. And so anyway, so I hope they're having a great time and he'll be back next week.
Okay.
And he would have phoned it in, but I said, no, you need your vacation. And so just do it. But yeah, so, but then I come in and like I had my stuff already and you recorded a song onto my stuff while we were waiting to start the show.
Well,
and
don't leave stuff
I don't
open.
know what's happening. I'm like, what is this?
So it's kind of, we're in my second office, so, you know, you may use this once a week, but, you know, I'm like 90-10, you know, you have the 10. Anyway,
all right. So we're going to get to my guest this week. I talked to her earlier last week, Jenny from the block. No, Jenny from the Kenosha County Fair is going to, she came in last week because she couldn't come in today. So we got her interview all done and everything, but then I made you come in this morning to help me do the rest of the show because, I mean, I can talk a lot, but you and I have a great time together. And so was evidenced, by the way, last week during National Night Out.
that was fun.
We had
fun.
Great time during National Night Out. Now, let me tell you something. We have been involved in that since they started doing it at the Walworth County Fairgrounds. Used to be that kind of like the communities would do their own little events and stuff. And I think in some areas they still do. But here in Walworth County, everybody gets together and everybody goes to the fairgrounds.
Huge event. I was surprised because you know why? We were in a different spot this year. We were kind of mixed in with all the vendors as opposed to last year. We were kind of like,
we're off to the side of the grandstand.
naughty kids that were in the corner of the fairgrounds. You know, try and behave. Don't mingle with anybody. But yeah, it was fantastic.
No, it really was. And I believe that there were more people there than ever. I mean, between the weather being perfect and everything. But so, for instance, I know that they cooked 3,000 brats and they ran out.
They did.
They ran out of water. There were so many people there. I think they cooked something like 1,500 or 2,000 hot dogs. I think those ran out. 1,800 ears of corn. I mean, it was crazy busy.
That's the one thing I didn't get. I didn't get an ear of corn. I didn't. Was it in the food line?
It was off to the side. Yeah.
That's why.
It was off to the side, and it was always a really long line. So I didn't either. I didn't have any corn either. But
they had people delivering remember they came right up to our booth.
Yeah, they came to the vendors in case you couldn't leave your booth and stuff. So they have just, I mean, Gene Jacobs and Dan Nelson have just honed that event and with their team to perfection. And between the demonstrations and all of the different community partners that participate, all of the first responders, the tow trucks, the bus driver, just all of it, it's absolutely incredible. The sponsors, and we probably produce an award-winning National Night Out if there was a way to enter that event into some kind of competition, because they are incredibly good at that.
You know what I like? I like when there's, say, a family that's approaching your booth and you hear them say, "Oh, Lake 96.1." And then they come up to the table and then they tell you it's their favorite radio station, and they like the music and they love everything. It's really great.
Well, what I like is
here's a sticker.
Yeah. Here's a thanks. Here's a sticker.
Right.
Here's a pen.
Here's a pen.
Well, so everything is free, right? It's free to get in. It's free to do everything. You're not allowed to charge for anything. You're not allowed to do anything. It's all giveaways. Yeah. People walk away with bags full of swag, bags full of all kinds of stuff.
It's like the kids are trick-or-treating.
They are totally
right?
trick-or-treating. Yeah. We ran out of stuff, and I had to send my husband to get candy so that we had something to give to kids, and we almost ran out of that.
I had never been so excited to see your husband because I knew he had 3 bags of candy and he just loaded it into the bucket. And
It's all right. I'm not that excited to see him either. So, yeah.
She's not wrong. She's not lying.
Oh, you're here again. So he bailed us out on that. And the thing about it is I bring more and more stuff every year. And I never bring enough. Right. So I guess I'm just going to have to bring all of it and hope that there's some left for, things like the Kenosha County Fair.
It's just so great when you see a kid. They get so excited about a pen,
bracelet.
About a notepad, a bracelet. And then they're like, oh, what's this? It's like the thing that for your keys.
Yeah.
And they don't have keys, but they're like, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll put it on my book bag.
Take it.
Right. They don't care.
Right.
No, I'll have keys someday.
I did get a little... down and out when I get rejected on the sticker. It's funny when you reach out, 99% of the kids take a sticker. Mm-hmm. One's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're good?
Well, then you started asking them, maybe perhaps, don't say, are you too cool for a sticker?
Hey, those
because
are the
all
adult
of those
kids.
boys go, yeah, I'm too cool for a sticker.
Right.
Dude. But in their minds, they're like, no, man, I'd really like
But it's
sticker.
great. The bigger kids at 12, 13, they're like, no.
Right.
Give me the sticker.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And the little kids, I love the littles, the little babies and the little kid, you know me. And so, there were some babies there and saw quite a few people that we knew.
Yeah, for sure.
Many clients were there, several clients. As a matter of fact, we were right in between Cunis and Advanced Auto Clinic. Yep. And so we're, among friends and, one of the things that the Treehouse does right before National Night Out, or did this year right before National Night Out, was they have a book of organizations that are in our community that are here to help. Organizations that you have no idea may even exist. Those were available brand new at National Night Out. If you think or you want one, if you think you need one or want one, they have them at the Treehouse. I'm sure that you can either call because maybe they have them in other places as well. But you want to talk about a source of information on resources available to people in the community. The timing this year of them having that and being able to pass that out at National Night Out, that was phenomenal. And it's just great to see everybody together and smiling. And there is no better place to teach your children that 100% of the time, if you see someone with a badge and you need help, you run to them.
Sure.
Right. No better time.
Right.
And so, it was just a great time. And I had fun with you. You and I have a good time when we go do that stuff together because we're a little more loosey-goosey than the rest of everybody else because we can be. And
these tight wads in the office,
Right. You can have one pen.
Right.
And we're like, no, take one of everything.
Right.
That's probably why we ran out of crap, though. So
probably.
So, but it was fun. It was a good time. And kudos to those guys that put that together because, like I said, it was, it just gets better every year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. So thanks for doing that with me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But in the meantime, another place we're going to be spending some time together here in a couple of weeks is the Kenosha County Fair.
That's right.
Yes. We're very excited to be there. We used to be there on a regular basis a while back. And then I think between COVID and changes in staff there and management and all that kind of stuff, we haven't been there on a full-time basis for a while. We are going to be there the entire time. And we're going to broadcast live from there. You're going to be there. Eric Paulson's going to be there, and the rest of the girls. And we're going to give away a bunch of stuff. So, but the Kenosha County Fair has a lot of new things going on. If you haven't been to the fairgrounds for instance, just the physical changes in the fairgrounds that have been happening over the last few years is amazing.
Well, we saw that at Das Fest.
At Das Fest, yes. And so you saw all the new thing, the new building, the new all of it. It's just incredible. Jenny Hesse is going to join us. She is the general manager of the fairgrounds. And like I said, I talked to her last week. She wasn't going to be able to get in here today. So she came in last week and I sat down and talked to her. That's coming up next right here on Life Matters on Lake 96.1. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Welcome back to Life Matters. I'm so excited about this. I'm always excited about fairs and events that go on in the summer, but Jenny Hesse joins us this morning. How are you, dear?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
We are great. We are great. We just got back. She is the general manager, basically, right?
Yep.
Executive director, queen of the Kenosha County Fairgrounds.
We'll go with that.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I lived in Silver Lake for quite a long time, and the amount of improvement I have seen, just like physically, like the grounds and the buildings and just that kind of thing. The amount of improvement that I have seen over the last few years since you have taken over, because you've been there for what, 4 years now?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you were there before, but as the general manager, it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. So for instance, Das Fest, thanks to you and Tammy, has found a permanent place. We will never leave the Kenosha County Fairgrounds because it's just far too convenient to be there. And the people need to really, really understand what a benefit to the community having an area like the Kenosha County Fairgrounds, and then having a board and a staff and a manager that is completely committed and dedicated to do nothing but improvement and making common sense decisions about that place. That is such a benefit to the community. It's just absolutely incredible. And I hope that everybody understands how, just again, how much that builds the community up. It's crazy. And so we are going to talk about the Kenosha County Fair. It's coming up starting on August 19. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to introduce you to our listeners. So tell us a little bit about you and your history with the fair.
Sure. So basically been there since I was a little kid.
Uh-huh.
Actually, before I was even born, but that's besides the point. But started out being in the fair office for about 10 years, went off to grad school and moved away for a little while. And then I came back as a board member. Mm-hmm. Following being a board member, ran the Fairs to the Fair program for, I don't even remember, I think it's like 9 years I ran that program.
Wow.
And then my predecessor was ready to retire, and I was not expecting a change. I was enjoying my job. I liked where I was. And she's like, "You're next." And I said, "What?" And I talked to my husband, and here I am 4 years later, running it and loving it and passion hardcore.
And that's the perfect person to take something over like that is someone who has seen all of those different avenues, right? And you have, and you've experienced them or participated, when you were younger, because I assume you participated 4-H FFA or something like that.
Actually,
what did you guys do?
I just did open class. So
you did open class,
I was an open class exhibitor, and then my dad and I and my mom, we always went to the races typically on Saturday night. Like that was just our fun Saturday night go-to as a kid. So born and raised with that too, and yeah, my heart and soul.
So in open class, what did you do?
Came from a vegetable farming lifestyle, so a lot of vegetables, a lot of flowers, some photography. Yeah. We loved to bake, but we never entered baked goods or anything like that. But mainly vegetables and flowers. Cool. My dad ran the flower department for, I don't even know how many years. A lot.
Probably decades. I have to guess.
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So see, that's what I mean. Is like, again, when you grow up around a fair like that, like how many people do we have, in our communities, in all three, this Tri-County area, Racine, Kenosha, and Walworth counties, how many people do we have that can tell that same story, right? That I've been to the fair even since before I was born.
A lot of people say it's their 5-day vacation once a year.
Yeah.
It's the best 5 days of summer. And
absolutely.
Yeah. People live and breathe and can't wait for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the case for the Kenosha County Fair. And so there's a lot of things that are going on at the Kenosha County Fair that are normal, been going on for years since the fair started. Lots of new things too, all the time. So where do you want to start talking about the fair?
Oof, we can either go tradition or we can go new. We can go either way, to be honest.
Let's go tradition first, and then we'll create the suspense.
Yeah, right. I love that. Fun.
So what's traditional? What can we look forward to?
A lot of the tradition, we have a lot of our typical vendors coming back. So you got your classic corn dogs, you got your gyros, and you have a bistro Italiano and that kind of stuff. So traditional food vendors, but traditional too is we have all of our animal shows. We have our judging that is live. We have our different auctions of the large and small animal auction on the weekend and the pie auction. So a lot of that is tradition. And then the grandstand events, most of it's tradition. We have some new there, so I'll leave that as a suspense, but we have some new at the grandstands this year as well. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Carnival as usual.
Oh, yes. Yep. Alpine Amusements is a huge partners of ours, and we really, really work well together.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing like bringing your whole family there either. I mean,
there's something for everyone.
There is absolutely something for everyone. Actually, fun for the whole herd.
Yeah.
That is the theme this year. And so, but that's, that goes without saying that there's always something. Do you find that people do really this is terrible, flock to the... I'm sorry.
Funny.
I had to do that. That they kind of flock to the, when they do the judging, and they do lots of people sit around and watch, especially when the young people are doing that, bringing their, bringing their sheep, bringing their calves, bringing all of those things. The pigs. I love the pigs. I don't care if they're little pigs. I don't care if they're big pigs. I love the pigs. I will tell you this, that my husband at any fair forbids me to go into any kind of horse barn.
Oh.
Well, because I want a horse. When I leave. Always.
AKA, I will make sure those are locked when you arrive.
Yes, because apparently Elkhorn does not allow me to have a horse in my yard.
Darn, sad day.
I know. Rules. Stupid rules.
Yeah.
Right.
Rules, what about them?
I know, whatever. So, but people really go and they love watching that, right?
It is spectacular. I can't even express where my heart comes with that, is watching the kiddos all year long. I was actually just talking to some of them this morning that are part of my grounds crew, and do you realize it's 2 weeks away and that the beef show is in 2 weeks? And are you ready? And she's just, just the passion you can see in her heart, and her talking about like the fact of what it took to raise that cattle and coming to the fair to then show it, and just watch them grow into such big parts of the world.
Yeah.
And watch them take each year and watch them become something bigger than what they were when they first started 4-H.
Yeah.
Just a huge meaning to that. And then for open class, it's so awesome to watch. You watch people come in. We had someone came in the other day that they had cinnamon rolls that they want to enter. And the husband's like, I'm entering them, but it says no frosting. And the wife says, well, you're not going to get in then. You're not going to place.
The frosting,
your frosting
is
the
key.
Does it.
Right.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, we're going to be there and we're going to see what we need and why it was judged the way it was judged. And like just the intensity to know that they want to sit there and learn every little piece of that judging moment to say, next year, I need to change this in my recipe. And like, it's crazy to think about that stuff, that's what they're judging their next cooking experience on, or judging their next cattle they're going to bring into the family. And yeah, it's awesome.
That really is. And, let's go back to the kids for a second, because I don't know that people really understand that anybody can enter in an open class category.
Correct.
And there are like millions of categories, like everything you could possibly think of.
Yep.
You could enter, from photography, like you said, to baking, to just everything.
And we even have a youth department too. So the kiddos that aren't in a 4-H club can enter an open class.
And the life lessons that you learn from participating in something like that, and especially the ones that are committed and dedicated enough to do it year after year after year, you find that people are different when they have participated like that, because it's not just an individual effort. It is, even in an open class, it's kind of a team, because you're all striving to win. It's encouraged to work together.
It's funny too, even I think of my own family, is we all grew the same cherry tomato plant.
Right.
But we're both entering to see if Dad wins or Jenny wins.
Right.
There's that moment. That you're competing against your own family, and it's fun. It's fun competition. It's healthy competition.
Healthy.
And you said it just a little bit ago, but like the chills when you said it is just like the life lessons and the things you learn and the memories and the connections you make. You can't find it anywhere else.
You can't.
You really can't.
And then on the other side of that, because that's the fun part, on the other side of that, the responsibility that it teaches young people. Okay. There are not many things these days that teach them that. The commitment to winning and moving up levels in a video game is much different from raising, let's say, a live animal from birth or from its calf stage to its adult stage. And there's nowhere you're not going to learn that in school.
Nope.
You're not going to learn that, again, in front of a screen.
Nope.
You're not going to learn that unless you're hands-on, and it teaches people to be hands-on. I will tell you this, that so right now, a lot of communities are debating whether or not they are going to allow homeowners to have chickens.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yep.
So you may not know this about me. I was recently appointed to the Elkhorn City Council.
Fun.
I have gotten more emails of all the things
Chicken
that are going
owners?
on in Elkhorn. I have gotten more emails to like for and against chickens. Okay. This is a big deal. I'm just going to tell you, I believe that there's a right way to do that and there's a wrong way to do that. And if we can come up with the right way to do it that appeases, the people that care about the animals themselves and the neighbors and all of that, like, I think that because of children being able to learn that don't live on a farm, that don't have that kind of advantage to be able to have the freedom to do that, I think it's a valuable thing that we could provide for the community, let alone the eggs and, all those other reasons why they may or may not do that. And, when you, again, whether it's a rabbit or, a cow or a horse or a chicken, that sense of responsibility and taking care of a live being, man, that's lessons that you can't learn anywhere else.
And it changes your heart.
It does.
I've watched many kiddos that have gone from being a clover bud, which is their youngest age, all the way to the day they graduate 4-H. And I can't even explain. And sometimes I tell them, I'm like, look at how far you've come. Mm-hmm. Look at the different person that this place has made you. Mm-hmm. And it's all positive.
Yeah.
It's not like it changed you for the negative. It is all the heartfelt moments, watching them go on to state competitions and then come back and say thank you.
Right.
And you ask why, and they're like, because of this.
Yeah.
Like, because of here.
Yeah.
It hits your heart hard.
It does.
In a very positive way.
It does. And then when you have the advantage of being involved in 4-H or FFA or something, there's a lot of other things you learn about that. Leadership and speaking in front of people and fairest of the fair.
Yeah.
There's another avenue that you learn so much that will help you in your adult life. And, so participating in these fair programs is just like, there's no measurement of how beneficial that is to a young person and to a young adult.
Yep.
Again, you go back to the fairest of the fair. Let's talk about that for a minute. So do you know how many candidates there are and all of that? Like, tell us a little bit about the fairest of the fair competition.
Yeah. So this year we have 2 candidates. They just had their preliminaries on the 3rd of August.
Okay.
And the judges afterwards said, if we had to make a decision tonight, we couldn't.
Oh.
It's a strong competition. The girls are wonderful candidates. And we have wonderful people that are following in the footsteps. I was a past fairs myself, too. So it's like just going through the motions of everything. But Saturday at 10:30 at Fair Week is when they get crowned. And we're excited to see, too. And even that's awesome to watch. We have a girl, and many people have done this, where they rerun.
Right,
and
of course.
it's fun to even watch that the day they were on that stage last year to the day that she's going on the stage this year. I can tell you probably can see a difference right there.
Right. Right.
Me sitting here, I never was on a microphone until being fairest.
Right.
And then now it's like second nature.
We have
that program can make a huge
have done
difference.
that for different fairs in the past where they've asked, can we send, let's say, all 4 of our candidates over to you. We want them to do like a radio commercial, like we're having them that sell themselves, right? To the, to the judges. And so we've had them come in and you bring the script that you've written for yourself. We help them, kind of edit it to make it, to make it what it needs to be based on what we know about that. And then we record them, maybe produce it, put a little music behind it or something. We've done that in the past. And you're right. That helps them because when they win and they go on to state, they have to be polished in that stuff. because now you're not just competing against 1, 2, 3, 4 other people.
Right.
Now you're competing against, I mean, how many counties are there, right?
74, and it's possibly that there's usually about 70 or just a little less candidates. Yeah.
Right. And so that's a big difference, and that's a great piece of education that they can learn. Plus, public speaking, you have to know how to public speak. And if you're involved in something like that, you're not intending to go sit, in an office by yourself doing something. That's not your plan for your life. And so it's a very easy way to teach them a skill, and add to that public speaking, that's public speaking ability, at a very young age. And so, and they have to have participated. What are the requirements if you're going to participate in Fairs to the Fair, like your history with the fair and things?
I don't know them all off the top of my head, but I do know there's a minimum age. So you have to be 18 or older. We typically like that they have been in the county for at least 1 year, not per se having to have been at the fair. Because we've had candidates that have come from like inner city Kenosha and have never even been to the fair, and they're competing because they want more of the what do you want to call that, marketing experience,
of course,
and to teach them those skills for their future. So it's not limited to people that are part of the county fair by any means. And that's pretty much the only requirements. The rest is we will help you know what you need to know, and we'll help you learn what you need to learn. And Izzy's been a great representation this year, with Emily being her sidekick is what I call it, and we're very proud. Kaylee Billingsley is the Wisconsin Fairs to the Fair, and she was our fairest last year. And to watch her over the last 2 years completely just keep growing as a beautiful young woman is amazing.
It is amazing.
See her at State Fair now, like State Fair just is about to start.
Yeah.
Or maybe it has started. I don't even know yet.
Yeah,
I think it has started.
It did start.
Yeah, it did start. And she's full throttle out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's and that's so much fun to watch them grow. It really is. And even when you've seen them, again, showing a horse, showing a sheep when they're in 6th or 7th grade or something, and then moving on and the commitment and staying with it. And then, it really would kind of be sort of capped off at the Fairest of the Fair as far as your youth type, participation, because then now you're an adult and you're participating in different classes and things like that. Right. And so I would imagine that, it's fun to watch them grow with the fair.
Yep, you gave me the chills again. It's those moments that just it really touches your heart.
It absolutely is. We're talking with Jenny Hesse. She is the manager of the Kenosha County Fairgrounds, obviously the Kenosha County Fair as well. And we're talking about what's happening this year at the fair. So let's talk a little bit. Well, first, let's talk about the music. So Creekside Stage. I love that you guys have so many bands on that stage that everybody knows locally. We're going to start off with Royal Bliss. That's the headliner on the first night. And then on Thursday, you've got Boot Jack Road. On Friday, Julia Neville. Is it Neville? Is that how I say it?
Julia Neville. She's a Nashville recording artist.
I recognize her and I can't figure out from where. Obviously Nashville, but I can't figure out from where. Although before that, I will say this, Cornfield Keg Party, super fun band. Okay.
I've heard. I haven't heard them yet, but I've heard they're spectacular.
They're awesome. They are absolutely great. And then Saturday, so Aiden J, wasn't he just at Das Fest?
Yes, he was.
Yes. And so he's making a return to the Kenosha County Fair. And then, of course, don't forget the Fairest of the Fair. The crowning of the fair is at 10:30. Crowning of the Fairest is at 10:30 that morning. But Laura Bell, she's a local. The Empty Bottle Boys and One Shot Jane, I have never heard of them. But somebody in my office has, and they were like, "Oh my God, they're great too." The Now, so Jeanette, the lead singer of The Now, she is a longtime friend of mine. I have watched The Now for a long time since. They've had other people playing that we're friends too, and so she is awesome. Just for your information, Jeanette is a phenomenal national anthem singer.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, hey, we might be sneaking her out.
She will not be upset that I just threw her under that bus, but she is absolutely a phenomenal singer. I have introduced her at several fairs where she sang the national anthem, and she is incredible. And then, of course, on Sunday, Doo-Wop Jukebox. Now, what kind of music do they play? Let me guess. 50s,
there
60s.
You go. Yep, it's all the oldies. Yeah.
See, that's so funny. So just like wear your sock hop clothes, right? Yeah. And come and see them. And then, of course, Class of 62 winds up the fair on Sunday. So
But hold on, you're forgetting one part.
What?
What are you sponsoring?
Oh, yes. The line dancing.
That's new this year.
It is new this year, the line dancing. So all of our Lake 96.1 listeners need to put on their cowboy boots and their cowboy hats. And so we're doing it for, it's on Friday.
Correct.
And so it's from 2 to 2:30, from 3:45 to 4:15, and then from 5 to 15 to 5:45. That is going to be a great time, and that's going to get you prepared. So it's a half-hour class, basically. It's free.
Yep.
And
our headliner that night is Julia, the one actually running it.
Yeah, Julia's going to do that as well. And then you're going to be all ready for Cornfield Keg Party, as for some of those songs, as well as all night long with Julia Neville. So, definitely come for the line dancing. I will be there for the line dancing. I'm going to warn you now, I will not be very good at it. But I love to do that kind of stuff. And so, but I've also, my staff doesn't know this yet, and hopefully they're not listening, but I'm going to make sure that they're over there doing that as well. Eric Paulson will be there on Friday. He does our morning show as well as Saturday at the 70s. And I'm planning on doing a little live Facebook with him, trying to learn how to line dance. And yes, that's going to be, it's going to be very entertaining. I guarantee it. Although he might be a better dancer than I know of. Like, I have no idea. He's always amazing me about everything he knows about music and everything else. And so he might be way better at it than I expect. So anyway, so we'll see about that with Eric. But so that starts at 2 and then for a half hour again at 3:45, and then again at 5:15, right before Cornfield Keg Party starts. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be hilarious. And then, like I said, Julia will come back and we will be dancing all night long to her. So let's move to the new stuff.
Yeah.
What's new at the Kenosha County Fair this year?
So the biggest permanent new is we received a grant from the state of Wisconsin to do a grain bin education exhibit. So we had a lot of local partners that all came together to make it possible. Honestly, it was a dream becoming a reality for us.
Okay.
That we were only given a certain dollar amount from the state, and we knew we needed a lot larger dollar amount to make it possible. And all of these partners came together, and I can't thank them enough. We're actually going to do a ribbon cutting with all of them as a thank you.
Oh, cool.
But it's going to be education about what is a grain bin, what is the safety of a grain bin, how to save someone if something does unfortunately happen, and then what kind of products can be in it. So it's a multi-stage, multi-year project, but we have the first stage completed, and it'll be a grand opening at the opening of fair. So that's the permanent new.
Right.
Other new is a lot of new food vendors, a lot of unique cuisines, a lot of stuff on a stick, and seafood to... you name it.
Seafood culture. At the fair.
Yeah. We have Crab Shacks coming back. They haven't been with us for a couple years. And then we have a new one called Ma's Kitchen that's going to have squid on a stick.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
I know, right? A unique experience.
That is definitely unique.
That's one thing that I love about fair is that you can go there and, do you really think you're going to find squid on a stick when you go to a restaurant? No. And how cool. You can come to the fair and try this unique edition.
Besides squid on a stick, does anything pop into your head that's like, because you know how the state fair has all these weird, wacky foods this year.
Yep.
And I don't know what kind of competition they've got going up there to find the, like I said, wackiest combinations of stuff. Like you can get frozen cheesecake with bugs on it or something up there, chocolate covered, and then they stick. But I know. So there's so many weird things. Is there anything weird like that other than, I think squid on a stick is weird, but anything else pop into your mind, or can we just have normal fare? I wouldn't say weird, but
there's a lot of things that are on a stick. We have a new one that's fruit on a stick and it's dipped in a candied crush.
Is that what were they at DOS Fest?
We're not sure, but it's similar to what was at DOS Fest, where it's fruit on a stick and then it's a hard shelled candied that gets put on it to give you crunchy goodness.
I think it was.
Yes, yeah.
Very
and then
similar.
Obviously your classic corn dog is always on a stick, so there's that. But yeah, we have an island noodles that's kind of adding some culture into the experience of having some, I think it's a Japanese mixed with a Chinese combination is my understanding.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's really exciting to see. And yeah, there's a lot of new foods, and a lot of our classics are coming back though too.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Breakfast options, multiple of those, which we don't always have breakfast, so that's nice.
grandstand events.
Yeah.
Got to cover the grandstand events.
Yes.
So one of the very, very unique features that the Kenosha County Fairgrounds has is the Wilmot Raceway.
Yes.
And everybody has a track, or a lot of fairgrounds have a track, but nobody has a track like the Kenosha County Fairgrounds, because Wilmot Raceway is like literally a racetrack, a nationally known, actually, racetrack. And so we get to feature a whole bunch of things on that track that other fairs don't necessarily get to do. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. We pride ourselves in Wilmot Raceway with having the ability to do Saturday night racing every single Saturday night for the most part over the summer. But during fair, it's all 5 days. Something is happening at that track every single night. We have our regular races on Wednesday and Saturday, bringing the Bumper to Bumper IRA Outlaw Sprints back on Saturday. Thursdays, the average the truck and tractor pulls will be Thursday night, and that's a classic with Badger State and South Central pullers are coming. And then on Friday, it sounds like we've had it in the past years ago, but it's new this year, is horse pulls.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to bring horse pulls to the grounds and have horse pulling happening on Friday night. And prior to that is garden tractor pulls are coming back to us this year. We haven't had them for a couple of years either. So State Line garden tractor pullers are bringing all their crew out, and they're going to do garden tractor pulling during the day and have some horse pulls.
Sponsored by Get Off My Lawn.
Yeah.
Right? That's they're
funny.
garden tractors, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny. And then we'll have, after the horse pulls, we have the Combine Demolition Derby, which it's the only night of the year that we can say that the grandstands get fuller as the night goes on versus emptier as the night goes on. Because it's the last thing of the night, and then by 9 o'clock at night, the grandstands are packed because they're ready for the Combine Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
So Combine Demolition Derby is our classic, coming back on Friday night with fireworks to follow that are sponsored by Carbolus. So.
Okay, but let's face it. Everybody loves a good demolition derby.
Amen.
I don't care what you're busting up, whether it's school buses, whether it's cars, whether it's tractors, whether it's combines, whatever. Everybody loves a good demo derby.
Very true. Yeah, our Sunday is always a puller when it comes to all the regular car demolition derbies with international demo. So that one's always a good hit too.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I wanted to drive in a demolition derby one time, and my husband and his brothers wouldn't let me. It started, we may have had a couple beers, and they're like, yeah, she could do it. We'll do it. We've got extra car. We fit we'll do. And then when we sobered up, we decided maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Well, I mean, they did. I think it's wonderful. I would love to do it, but they won't let me. So.
You sound like me. Yeah.
I'm like, you and I should get a car. We could do it.
I'm game.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. See,
Yep.
See, we're more daredevil.
If you ask my board, they know I want to ride. I want to drive a sprint car. I want to do a demo derby. I'd love to be in the Combine Demolition Derby. I think I'm crazy, but it sounds
love
great.
speed. I love speed. I would drive one of those cars. Absolutely.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm a really good driver. Like you and I, we could do this.
Are you just saying that, or is that true?
No, I am. I really am. And we could do this.
Let's do it.
You and I could, but we could have two cars. We could compete
we just
together.
Can't hit each other. We gotta
we
get
hit
everybody
each
else.
other.
Yeah.
We've got this. People are going to be like, oh my God, these women are never allowed to hang out together again.
Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea. Talk about the sprint cars for a minute.
Sure.
Because that's Saturday night. That's a big one.
Yeah, we usually fill the grandstands for that.
Yeah.
They come to us a couple times a year. It's the IRA Bumper to Bumper Outlaw Sprints. And it's the fastest, aside from World of Outlaws, that you'll see on our track. It's one of the fastest sprint cars that you'll see go around the track. And it's a night full of action.
It is.
I want to say there's 3 divisions that night or 4 divisions that night. I don't know off the top of my head. But it's a night full of racing and then a lot of good action.
And then you haven't been to the fair if you haven't been to the Sunday Demolition Derby.
Correct.
Because, I mean, what a way to end the fair.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
With the demo derby and then, of course, music afterwards. But, I mean, it's how many, there's a lot of cars that enter
typically
into
over
thing.
100. And
yeah.
We slightly, Racine County Fair unfortunately got rained out for their Sunday, so it makes us a little nervous for our fair because of the fact that their demolition derby didn't get to happen.
Oh, no.
So we're wondering if we'll get all of them coming to us too. But our average is usually about 100 cars that will take place during the course of the afternoon. God. Our hearts go out to our neighbors because we understand those unfortunate rainouts that just make a fun change of plans for you.
Oh my gosh. I bet you do get, oh my God, that could go on all night.
Hopefully, maybe not. I don't know.
It'll be cool.
Roll with the punches, right?
Yeah. No, I think, well, I mean, can you limit it? Like how many?
It's all done through the promoter, so
Right,
I'm not exactly
so-
sure how they go about that if there's a cutoff or how that works. So International Demolition Derby gets to handle that one.
I mean, it starts at 1:00. So, I mean, it's not.
And it
they
typically
could go-
goes till 5. So
Right. So they could go.
They could go till fair closes at 7 p.m.
Right. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so funny. So what else am I missing?
Well, we talked about food. We talked about fun.
Talked
Trying to
about
think.
grandstand. We talked about
Grandstands.
track. We talked about the stage. We talked about all of that. Let's just talk quickly about tickets and parking.
Yeah. So tickets are daily admission is $12 for adults, anyone who is 12 and older. If you're 7 to 11, it is $6.
Okay.
And if you're 6 and under, come on in and enjoy yourself. It's free.
But please bring a parent.
Yes, please bring a parent.
Right,
Yes,
don't drive
yes,
yourself.
Yes, yeah. And then seniors and military, it is $8. They get a discount from the
Sure.
general admission. And parking is free. There is no cost for parking. So come and park and enjoy yourselves. Yeah.
Is there still camping available?
Unfortunately, no. We
Oh,
booked
it's a
up already back
popular-
in May.
Yeah.
So we were completely sold out back in May, and we have a wait list already of, I think, almost 15 people wanting to
Wow.
still get in. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got some extra space back there. Are you guys thinking about expanding something into that space, or are you just kind of
Always
holding
a
off?
conversation.
Yeah.
I have a buildings and grounds committee that's strategically working on what does each thing look like for the future and
Sure.
where can we head and what do we need and all that wonderful stuff. So
Right.
that is on the discussion topics
Right.
of where needs what
Right,
and how we're
right.
going to go about it.
Right. I mean, because it seems like camping. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to camp, and
Yeah.
so
and we
yeah.
do have it now that you can camp May 1st to September 30th, so it's not just Fair Week
Nope.
anymore, so you can come
Right.
anytime.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're looking forward to being there. Lake 96.1 will be there at the fair
Yep.
all week long, and we will be participating in a lot of different things. And we're excited to be there this year. And anything that you guys need, we will help with. So just know that.
Thank you.
Just let us know what it is. And in the meantime, what's the website where people can get information? Can they buy tickets ahead of time? Or okay.
Yep.
What's the website?
www.kenoshacofair.com.
Awesome. Jenny, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, Just Stop. I've got a lot for that this week. That's coming up next right here on Life Matters on Lake 96.1. Did you miss part of the show? You can find Life Matters with Tom and Nancy in its entirety. Just search Life Matters on Spotify, YouTube, or go to lake961.com.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Stop it. Whoa. Stop right there.
Stop! Stop it!
Just stop talking.
Now for another edition of Just Stop. What?
I love when you are trying to time your segments out.
See how much time I have
You
left?
don't follow the time limits anyway. Your show can be
I know.
3 hours, and you're like,
Well, I could
my
just look
program director will deal with it.
Or-
yes, he will.
or I could just look at the clock and see how many minutes I have left until 8:30 and then or 9:30
Right.
and
Don't exert yourself.
I never. No,
You know.
why would I? Math
You don't have time to be calculating numbers.
math has never been my strong suit. Math has never ever been my strong suit.
Is this
So-
Just Stop? I don't think I've ever been on this segment before.
No?
No.
Ooh, goody. I got
All
some
right.
things to
What do you
talk
got?
about. First of all, I have something funny that happened last week.
Okay.
Okay, I think DoorDash needs to get their you know what together. So Erin orders Taco Bell from DoorDash, and she's waiting on the guy, and he's not coming, and you and I don't care. And all of a sudden, she comes into my office and she says, "Can you go outside and see why there's a guy with a wagon full of like landscaping paving bricks outside, putting them on our front porch?" And I'm like, "What? Bricks? Where's?" And she's like, "Yeah, I just went kind of toward the window and looked for my DoorDash guy, and he's not here yet. But there's a guy with a wagon of bricks, and he's putting them outside our door." So I go outside, and I said, "I'm sorry, can I help you?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm just delivering these 30 bricks you ordered." And I said, "I didn't order 30 bricks." And he goes, "Yeah, WLKG, Aaron ordered 30 bricks." And I'm like, "Aaron ordered Taco Bell, not bricks." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, DoorDash got this confused. I've got the Taco Bell in my car." Okay, first of all, tell me why you're delivering the bricks before the hot food. to someone.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Second of all, it doesn't occur to you that you just delivered the 30 bricks to, like, you don't come in and ask before
Right.
you unload, because he had unloaded them,
Right.
put them in a wagon, drug them up to the front door. He was halfway unloading them before I got to him to stop him. He had to load them back up, put them in the wagon, drag them back to the car, put them back in the car, and then unload them again at the correct person's place. But he showed me on his little phone thing, and it showed that we ordered those bricks.
Had that have been me, I would have walked into the building and be like, look, I'm a DoorDash guy. Did someone order 30 bricks
Right. Before
unloading them
Right.
out of your car?
Right.
And I thought DoorDash was just for food. I don't use DoorDash. I know Aaron uses it like 8 times a week.
Uh-huh.
I don't ever deal with that. So I don't know the ins and outs or whatever.
So apparently DoorDash delivers landscape supplies now. Like, does the guy have to show, I've got 40 bags of mulch in my Honda.
Yeah.
Like,
right,
what do you,
right.
like, how do you,
I got a tree in my trunk.
I was just
Okay.
like, oh my God.
All right. Wow.
And he started to be like, you ordered these bricks. I was like, I assure you, I did not order bricks.
Right.
And I assure you, Aaron didn't order bricks.
Right.
And I said that she ordered Taco Bell. He's like, oh yeah, I got that in my car. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, just go. So DoorDash, please.
She's not having a good week with, I forgot her Mountain Dew.
I know.
I asked because I try to, like we trade off, like buying lunch. And then on my way in, I always ask you guys because I pass by a store. I'm like, do you want any treats from this place? And then she specifically put in an order for a Mountain Dew. And I stopped and I got to work and I was like, whoops, forgot your Mountain Dew.
That wasn't the problem though. The problem is that she ordered a Mountain Dew. I said I didn't need anything. You got me a Hershey bar.
I did.
And you didn't get her Mountain Dew.
But you know what? I figured it out. I got myself 2 drinks. So I got a Gatorade and I got a Diet Coke. And that was my 1 and my 2. And then I got the 3rd for Tessa.
Right.
So I had 3. In my mind, I was like, I needed 3. I got 3. I said, here, want mine? Take my sandwich.
She's not a Coke
Have my
drinker.
chips.
Yeah, she wasn't. No, she was upset with you.
Have my jacket.
So then, right. Take my car.
Right.
Then she proceeded to go to Quick Trip because she decided she wanted Quick Trip brownies anyway. So
those are good.
I know that's hard
Quick
to
Trip
pass
is
up.
the real deal with that
It really
stuff.
is.
Yeah.
It really is. So anyway, this is the Just Stop portion of our show.
Yeah, what do we got?
So anyway, back for a quick second. If DoorDash could please get their you-know-what together.
Right.
I mean, if I wouldn't have been here, if we wouldn't have noticed, and we walk out and there's bricks here.
Hey, bricks are expensive, right? Keep the bricks.
Right. Anyway.
I'll build something for you.
Another Just Stop is that, I don't know if anybody but me noticed this or not, but basically many, many stores, retail stores, just very, very shortly after the 4th of July, and I mean like hours after the 4th of July was over, you started seeing the fall decor.
Oh, I've seen Christmas. There's Christmas.
There's Christmas at the dollar store. Okay, look, we're going to need you to just stop. How about we take this one season at a time?
Listen, I've been saying that for the longest time because I think personally Thanksgiving gets hosed every year. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the Christmas stuff is out, like almost like coincides with Halloween.
Right.
Every holiday deserves its own
time frame.
Little time frame where you can buy your decor or whatever.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you on this.
I agree. When you've got pumpkins with like Santa hats on, problem.
Lord.
Yeah. So yeah, it came out within hours after the fireworks were done over July 4th weekend. They were putting up pumpkins and,
it gets earlier and earlier.
It does.
Every year.
Right.
Like, why are people in such a rush? I don't understand. Slow it down.
Right.
Pump the brakes. Enjoy your life. Right?
One season at a time.
Goodness
people.
Gracious.
One season at a time. I mean, you shouldn't be buying, again, Christmas stockings with your school supplies.
Right.
Like, let's put the kids back in school first.
Right.
It's insane, but you're right. It gets worse every year, and we just need you to stop. Just stop. Please just stop. There's 2 other things. There's people that I want to talk about now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Sophie Cunningham.
You and I are huge fans of Sophie Cunningham.
I am a huge fan of Sophie Cunningham, and quite frankly, I don't understand why there's this big deal about her stand on men playing in the WNBA.
Well, you and I both follow the Babylon Bee.
Yeah.
And they have the head coach, amazed to find out that the W in WNBA stands for women's.
What?
And here's the thing about, she didn't even, if you look at her quote on what she said, she didn't say, I hate trans people. Trans people are terrible people.
Right.
No.
Not at all.
All she's saying is, and I'm seeing a lot of Sophie Cunningham, the new anti-trans person.
Nope.
She's not, she's pro-woman. You can be both.
Yes.
I know the other side, the left side likes to put you in one category.
Right.
You can't be in multiple, but reality is you can. Absolutely you can.
Right. Well, you notice that there's been some attempted wagering or attempted coercement for the Las Vegas women's team to play a high school boys team.
Saw that.
And
10 million?
And crickets. Right? Crickets.
Yeah.
Because you can't beat them.
Right.
And that's the thing is you shouldn't be, you'll be for that right up until your main player on your team, your money maker gets hurt.
Right.
Because that's allowed. And that's where the problem is. What was and we go to all of it from high school, even, Little League and all these things. What was the point in Title IX? Was it so women would have fair competition? You cannot have those particular people playing alongside women. That is just, it cannot happen. People are going to get hurt. That's my main problem. Someone is going to get hurt. Women have already been hurt by this. The volleyball player that got the ball spiked right at her. Yeah. She's like permanently hurt.
Yeah.
All of these things, we cannot have them. And in the adult WNBA, we're not talking about locker rooms, okay?
Right.
Like we are with high school girls, okay? We're talking about adult men playing in adult women's sports. You cannot have that. And with such a physical contact sport like basketball, oh my gosh. I mean, you're talking about tragedy waiting to happen.
Yeah,
you really are.
I don't know at what point we lost common sense.
I don't either.
I feel like that's a common sense issue. And then you have a coach, I believe it was the Indiana Fever coach, who didn't defend her player. She just said, well, I'm not, what did she say? I'm not advanced enough or whatever I'm not knowledgeable enough to talk about that.
Right.
Okay.
Then maybe you shouldn't be coaching a women's team because you don't know that you have women players. I mean, it just it
boggles my mind.
It does. And if you don't think it does, then let's do that. Okay. Let's take the high school girls team and pit them against the high school boys team. We would never do that.
Right.
Because the girls will get trounced.
Didn't they do that with the Megan Rapinoe and her soccer team? They lost to. There was a high school boys soccer. Then they wiped the floor with them. It's that's just how it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like men are more
powerful,
advanced physically.
They just are.
And it's nothing against women, but that's why they have their own league.
Right. I mean, you don't see any. There's no CNBA, which would be co-ed NBA for a reason. Right. Like this is just not.
You've seen and listen. Okay, WNBA. It's not my thing. Neither is the NBA. I'm not a fan of basketball. Period. However, watch them play. Watch the men play. It's a completely different game.
Yep.
In any sport, men's or women's, they are two completely different games. They do not coexist.
Nope.
And that's why they have separate leagues.
Right.
The end. Stop being insane about it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. And like I said, I mean, the bottom line is someone is going to get very hurt physically.
Right. Do you really think that Indiana Fever coach, is she just saying that so she doesn't get like trampled on? Like grow a set.
Right.
And just like Sophie did.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
And here's the thing. Sophie is no stranger to playing on a different team. And by that, what I mean by that is that when she was in high school, she was the place kicker for her
I didn't know that.
varsity football game. Yes, she was, because there was some contest or something, and she for kicking, whatever it was, and the coach saw it, right? And then mid-season maybe or something, their place kicker for their high school football team injured, like an Achilles or something, and was out for the rest of the season. And the coach went and asked her to come and solely be the place kicker, and she did it.
Right.
So it's not, but you would never, if it was a girls football team,
right,
you would never go and ask. That
Sure.
wouldn't be allowed.
Right.
So why is it? So it's not
Yeah.
like she doesn't understand what's happening
Sure.
here. It's not like she hasn't experienced this, and
Right.
she took risks by being there, because they could have tackled her.
Sure.
She could have gotten her.
Right.
But no possible way would a girls
Sure.
flag football team call up one of the guys.
Right.
I mean, come on.
And the left completely misses the mark on this kind of stuff. So when Sophie was in Minnesota, or was it Portland or whatever, and the other coach wore a T-shirt that said
right.
trans people exist. Well, okay,
of course they do.
We know that,
right?
But you're completely missing the point,
right?
And they miss the point every single time,
right? Every
time,
right? It's just dangerous in sports.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we could talk about a lot of other ways or
Right.
a lot of other things,
Yep.
but when you're talking about sports, and especially a sport that could be as
Sure.
physical
Sure.
as basketball,
Yep.
you cannot let this happen.
Correct.
In the name of safety. So, stand where you want to, but
You ever seen those guys take a charge, or when you take a charge on someone?
Yeah.
You get run over.
Right.
Imagine getting run over.
Right.
By a dude in the women's league.
Right.
Knocked out.
Right.
You could, some serious harm.
Yeah.
Could come to your player.
Skull cracking.
Use
Yeah.
your brain.
Right. This is just not a thing. I don't know why it still is. One more person I want to talk about, because I haven't talked about her in a few weeks, possibly a couple months.
Ella
because
Langley?
She just No, I know you're an Ella fella. I know that. No, she's a rock star. Love her. Meghan Markle needs to stand down.
Yeah.
Plus, I said long ago, and I'm going to say it even more emphatically today, they are on the road to divorce.
Did I miss something? Because I don't really follow her. So, because I don't care. I'm not a royal family, worshiper. I don't follow.
I love Princess Kate.
Oh, I like her. Okay.
Love her.
Right.
The children.
I don't wake up in the morning
awesome.
and search Kate Middleton.
Well, I mean,
I
don't.
What's the royal family doing today?
No, I don't.
I don't care.
But my algorithms, since
Okay.
I do look
Right.
at that stuff,
Right.
tend to, feed that to me. But so I have said for a long time that there is nothing that we are as committed to in the United States, or really probably anywhere in the world, as the monarchy in England, Scotland, and Great Britain. And for them to have that level of commitment and know from the moment that they could comprehend it, that is their life and you have no choice,
Right.
That's amazing. And then to know what it entails and to marry into it, that's something else. Meghan, on the other hand, did not do that. She wanted to be a princess,
Right.
and she is not.
Right. No.
And I believe that she was definitely the fuel behind Megxit when they left. Okay. And they tried to move, and she thought that they were going, since she was married to a prince, that here in the United States, that she was going to be a princess here in the United States, and she is not. And I think that she has screwed so much up in her husband's life with her attitude, with her lack of ability to follow the rules. I'm sorry, Meghan, you don't get to step in front or walk beside the queen. Okay? No. That's not how this works. And it's not even a popularity contest,
Right.
okay? This is the rule. You don't get to step in front of Princess Kate. You don't get to stand next to William. You have your own husband. Go stand next to him. I think her behavior and her attitude, and then you top it all off with, the book and the Oprah interview and, you know, a lot of different things that have come out from that.
Or a stupid show. Or stupid.
Oh, my God.
Was it the cooking show?
Martha.
Here's the thing. She's not real. She's fake.
Mm-hmm.
She's very, you turn on the cameras and you're getting a fake person.
Right.
A fake persona.
100%.
And I can't get on board with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Martha Stewart was asked about how she felt about Meghan trying to do, you know, like this Martha Stewart Jr. show, right? And some of these things. And
What'd she say?
She was very kind, as she is. Again, love Martha Stewart, by the way. She was very kind, and she was reluctant to like berate her for it or anything, but kind of ended the interview saying, you know, well, I mean, you know, more power to you, but good luck. I mean, she just isn't. She's not that material. You can tell she's acting.
Right.
You know, she hasn't cooked a brisket in her life. Okay. I don't care what, you know, the flower arrangement's done by someone else and put in front of you.
Buying a bag of something to put it in another bag. That's the only highlight from that whatever series I remember. And it was just she just got dragged online for it. But
you're just not good at it. And what she thought she was going to trade on her princess name. But you're not a princess.
Sure.
Okay. And nobody cares about you. And you just need to like stay back. And unfortunately now, you know, because of, I believe, a very strong influence, but also her husband not having, you know, like you said earlier, grow up hair.
Sure.
Like he didn't look at her and say, look, I have these obligations. This is what you're getting into. And they got all dramatic and emotional about this and that, and him, you know, insisting on security for his wife because his mother and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, nobody cares how much about your wife, dude. Sorry. Like, nobody's coming after your wife. You don't need this kind of security. And you know what? Pay for it yourself.
Yeah. And did you see though? Like, they didn't cave into them. Like the royal, you're on your own, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
like
they don't
left.
play. Yeah.
You left. So you don't get to come back and try to claim all of this other stuff. So yeah, I think that I think that they won't make it. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think they'll make it because if you look at some video clips of them at events and things like that and their body language, you know, she's always like smiling and trying to hold his hand and all kinds of stuff. And I think he's annoyed most of the time with her public behavior.
Do you think he's probably in the buyer's remorse?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe era?
I absolutely do. Yep.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. And again, I think it's a shame, but I think he let it happen. She made it happen. And I don't think it's going to end well. And I just, you know, and like I said, he was on the path to doing a lot of really great things.
Sure.
Invictus Games and all these kind of things that he was involved in. And she just doesn't understand protocol. She doesn't understand tradition. And
I wonder if this is, from his standpoint, is it correctable? Can you get divorced? Can you repair your relationship with, you know, old school, royalty or whatever?
I absolutely think he could if he dropped her.
Yeah.
I absolutely think. I don't think that they ever wanted to leave, but there's a certain point when you got to protect, again, the monarchy. You got to protect the tradition.
Sure.
There are rules that are required to be followed. And I will give you an example.
That had been in place for hundreds
Millions of years.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I will give first example right off the bat. When they walked down the aisle, she did not stop and curtsy to the queen.
Oh, I remember that. That's right.
Done. You're done.
That's right. Yeah.
You're done. I would not even have continued
she
with
made
her
fun
down
of it
the aisle.
in an interview. Mm-hmm. She was like, she snickered about it, or it was like she made some stupid comment and not even realizing what you just did. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I would say that as a general rule, whether the queen is dead or alive, we don't snicker about her.
And it's not even the fact that it's royalty. You married into a family that has hundreds and thousands of years of traditions. It would be the same if I married into whatever and they have their own traditions and I, scoff at it.
Right.
That's going to be a problem.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then when it's just, I think it's a shame because I think he's going to find that he's wasted years of his life.
He did.
When he could have been doing some real good and some things that really, meant something to himself, and he let her kind of lead him astray. And now it's going to be very difficult to reel back.
This is what happens when you get involved with
Actress?
not just an actress.
Weirdo.
I have a little experience in this.
Oh.
A lady that is a little
cuckoo?
Yeah.
Full of herself?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Maybe not all there. Yeah. Very like, it's going to be my way or no way type situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't last. It doesn't work out.
I'm certain that he thought that maybe he wanted an escape and then realized very quickly that he in fact did not want that escape, but couldn't figure out the balance.
She was probably planting seeds.
Of
like,
course,
totally you don't need this. You don't need that. Yeah.
Of course.
And I read that she received an Emmy nomination
for
that stupid show. And I don't know what category, but
stupid shows?
Maybe
worst show on the planet?
Maybe, but it got an Emmy nomination, and I don't know for what category, but I don't know.
Maybe for Suits.
Stupidest cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst show ever?
I don't know.
Is there that category?
I don't read past the headlines when I see Meghan Markle. I don't care.
I do because I just want to see what
you're
dumb
very invested.
stuff
I could just
coming up
you're
with.
up late at night on your laptop and you're like,
Yes.
Deep dives on Meghan Markle.
Right. Yeah, no. All you have to do is read the headline, and this is not going to end well. Yeah. Just saying. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of ending well, though, who's
is it over?
Up? It's yes. This
was fun.
It's way over, actually. Yeah. You're going to be.
Oh, what a shocker!
Yeah,
what a shocker!
It doesn't affect you until the rest of the day screws up. And I know you come back to me Monday, and you're like, you were here yesterday until 9:45, and so it bounces the stuff for the rest of the day, and I'm always in trouble on Monday morning.
When you first approached me, and you're like, "Hey, you know what? We're going to extend Life Matters by 30 minutes," and I was like. In my head, I'm like,
you do that already?
Really? Okay. That means at least 45 minutes on a good day.
Well, maybe you should come in here on Sunday morning more often. No, don't do that because then I can't get away with anything. Forget it.
Got Hopalong Cassidy, Justin.
I know. Yeah. Poor guy.
I know.
Justin's back this week, though, right?
He is back this week.
He had major.
I can't make any more jokes about it. Yeah.
Major peg leg.
Yeah.
Right now.
I probably violated some HIPAA laws when I was talking about his bum heel or whatever he did.
Poor guy.
I just real quick for those who don't know, he fell off a ladder and landed awkwardly on.
A step, it turns out.
The step from your kitchen into your garage, which makes the situation even more horrific. And the doctor told him this is a life-changing...
A catastrophic injury.
Your heel. And I was like...
It exploded. Yeah. So the poor guy. And so he was stuck on the couch and he couldn't get into the studio. And so he couldn't do anything. And
Wheels is here.
Is he here?
Yeah. Wheels. Yeah.
He's not even on wheels.
I know.
He's just, you're running out of stuff.
I'm reaching. I'm reaching.
I'm glad he's back.
On my final minutes of.
But first, Alex is here with Main Street Messages. She's going to join us next. Thanks for hanging out with me, though.
Anytime. Actually not. I hate coming in on Sundays.
I know you do. Alex is next with Main Street Messages right after this on Lake 96.1.
Girls. Main Street Messages with Alex. Brought to you by the Lake Geneva Business Improvement District.
All right, sweetheart, you've had your fun. Now let's get down to serious business.
Welcome to another edition of Main Street Messages. Alex Benanti, the Executive Director of the Lake Geneva BID, is with us today. Hello.
Hello.
I mean, you're with us every time, so I don't know why I said that.
Because you've missed me.
Words are weird. I know. I miss you've been gone for a whole week.
Yes.
So anyway, very special guests today. The Rohde family is here, and they are the absolute geniuses behind the Lemonade Crawl.
Yes.
And this has become a huge event. Do you want to start kind of talking about it a little bit, and then we want to introduce the family. So what do you want to do? You want to introduce them first?
I think we should because they really are the pioneers of this.
They really are. So Valerie's the mom, right?
Hi, I'm Valerie Rohde. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And then we've got the kids. So kids, we went through this. So you pop up here and tell us your names. Whoever.
I'm Benjamin. Hi, I'm Annalise.
Hello, and I'm Ryan.
And this is Sonia. And she's little, and she doesn't even want to be here right now. No.
Say hello.
She doesn't want to.
That's okay.
What's in her cup?
She's got Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. All right. She's going to stick around for a while. We're going to play Play-Doh in a little bit. And Dad, what?
Okay. Douglas.
He's like, I don't know. I just follow these people around. All right. So it's like herding cats, I'm sure. I'm sure. So when's the lemonade crawl, Alex?
Sure. So it is August 20th, which is National Lemonade Day.
Nice.
Yes.
Ooh,
so,
I seem to recall that there's another pretty big event going on.
Yes, this year it's simultaneously taking place during Venetian Fest.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so super fun day to, start off at the lemonade crawl, then do the family fun rides in the evening, and just make a whole day of it.
Absolutely. So Valerie, how did this start? Talk to us about that. Give us the history.
Yeah, well, we have lived in Lake Geneva area for about 9 years now, and our family loves to be involved in the community. We really loved the Cocoa Crawl, actually, so that was kind of the genesis of the idea for us. And once they canceled the Cocoa Crawl, we were kind of bummed, and we just started brainstorming, and we thought this would be a really fun end of the summer kind of kickoff activity and a fun way to just kind of, again, get involved in the community. So we pitched the idea.
What a great idea. But what a great idea anyway, because Cocoa Crawl obviously is in the wintertime.
Right.
Lemonade is going to be in the summertime.
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. This was a fantastic idea. So where do the proceeds go that you raise, the money that you raise?
So it actually goes to our beautification fund. So we've been using it for murals, and we're trying to build enough funds to do a community-based mural where, the local families can come and paint their own mark on it. So we're hoping for that to actually launch by next year, but it takes some time to fundraise.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And people can just come and get a certain space or whatever? How does that work?
Yeah, so the way the mural will end up happening is we have it's in between two different artists that are local that will have the overall sketch, and then yes, it's almost like a paint by numbers. They make their mark, and then the artist will come over after the fact and just put in the fine lines and background.
The details,
yeah. So we have a couple walls in mind. There's actually one ground piece that I really want. So City of Lake Geneva, listen to me when I say I want to borrow your space.
Come on, give it up.
Yeah, so we're looking at having that launch next year. We've been doing this fundraiser for the last 3 years, and this isn't really meant to be an expensive trip.
No.
It's $5 for adults to participate. Kids are free. Again, family fun time. But then that little bit of proceeds that come, we've been using to squirrel away.
That's awesome. I love the idea. So you guys would go and paint your section, right, when we do this mural?
That's right.
You guys should have a huge section.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, maybe it should be a picture of them. No.
Right. Well, they're all just adorable.
Right,
why wouldn't we? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. So where is the Cocoa Crawl crawling through
lemonade crawl
this year? I mean, the lemonade crawl. Yeah,
we are doing
a
Cocoa Crawl this year, guys. It's all your guys is doing too.
Right.
All the crawls.
Did you just? Oh, and by the way,
That's right.
she just doubled your work. The lemonade crawl. Where is it crawling through this year?
So there's about 20 stops, and you start at the library for check-in, and it's just a 3-hour crawl, but you can get through it really honestly with all the tastings in about an hour. But it gives you the opportunity to really shop around and vote for your favorite spot. And there's a ton of different lemon sweet treats, and it's not just lemonade.
No.
It's slushies, and there might be a grown-up bar that's included in there for parents. There's lemon fudge happening at Kilwin's, and yeah, so lots of fun, exciting stuff. And then shopping deals all during the day.
Of course. Well, and the fact that it's happening during Venetian Fest, I hope everybody stocks up. Do you have to register ahead?
Yes. So this is something that does technically, we call it sell out.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
But yeah, we allow up to 300 people, and every year we've had that, and plus a little overage. So yes.
Nice. Nice. Because everybody has to know how much lemonade to make or how much fudge to make and the cookies and all of that. And so it's imperative that people jump on and register ahead. Valerie, did you have any idea that this would be what it is when you guys kind of came up with this idea?
We really didn't, and we've never done this before. So it was something for us where we just figured we would, mention it to a couple of people and see where it could take off. And so we were so grateful that we got the opportunity to meet with the mayor at the library. We just all headed up there as a family one day and shared the idea, and then we were, connected through Sherry Ames to the the business improvement district, and then they welcomed us with open arms at their meeting, and we just one step ahead. So we really had no idea the vision and where it would go.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, but you built the vision because, I mean, the kids came up with the design of what our logo and poster is.
Right.
And hand drew it. And they went to the businesses door to door to ask them to participate. I mean, I think last year there were rules, of all fun rules.
Right.
Like, make sure you have fun.
Right.
But the kids wrote them out and showed them to all the businesses and got them excited to do this.
Yeah. See, so we were talking, we talked to Jenny Hesse, the general manager of the Kenosha County Fair, before this. And one of the things that we were talking about is how important 4-H and FFA and all those kinds of things are for kids to, learn all different types of responsibility and how, the processes of things, like you said, writing out the rules, coming up with the marketing plan, and something like this, if you can get your kids involved in anything like this is such valuable education at a young age that you would be surprised at how many different ways they can apply that, whether it's in middle school, high school, college, later in life, whatever. What a valuable, just absolute wonderful experience that they will take away forever, right? And this is kind of along that same line. I mean, anytime you can learn, I don't know, business, right? That, at a young age, that is just incredible. So, I'm really excited that the lemonade crawl has taken off like it has. It's very cool. That's very cool. So, what are you for the future? Continuing to do it, doing more than one during the year, Alex is like, what do you mean more than one? I know. I'm just throwing that out there. But I mean, what, for the future, we're going to continue to do this and then just see what happens, right?
Yeah, annual tradition. We do know that next year is going to be a little bit different of a year because construction,
right?
But also it's on a Friday. And so we were very strict about initially of wanting it to be on National Lemonade Day.
Right.
But, a Friday for our businesses it's just a little chaotic to be open late for that on top of their regular shoppers.
Right.
So we as my board of directors are reviewing that for 2027 to see what date can that be shifted by a couple days, maybe a week early, something like that.
I mean, is it also Lemonade Week?
We can make it that way.
I mean,
maybe. Hey, Mayor, make a proclamation,
please. I was just gonna say, come on, Mayor Krause, just make Lake Geneva Lemonade Week, and we'll just do it during that week, and that'll take care of all that.
Exactly.
So, but you're right. I mean, the day that makes a huge difference on the participation, and and. It's a fundraiser. This is what we do here. We raise funds to do cool stuff, especially in Lake Geneva. So I think this is just an awesome idea. What is the website where people can go and register?
So it's on downtownlakegeneva.org, and on the homepage is the Lemonade Crawl big emblem. So you can just click on there and get your tickets. So.
I'm guessing also if you just Google Lake Geneva Lemonade Crawl,
yes, it will pop right up.
That comes right up. So you don't have to remember a website. Just get Lake Geneva Lemonade Crawl and get your tickets ahead of time. Because again, they don't want to run out. So we need to know how many tickets do you sell? How many people do you think participate?
So for actually sold tickets, it's 250.
Wow.
But we get about 500 to 600 because you're bringing your families.
Right.
So, they have to register their kids even though they're free, just so that we have that count. And they get a goodie bag. They get a little passport to these shops, a couple stickers and stuff. So.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's $5.
500 people?
Yep.
Wow, Alec, you guys, that's great.
Huge response.
That is huge. That is awesome. And this year, because it is when it is and people can participate during Venetian Fest, it's going to sell out. So if you don't have your tickets, if you didn't know about this, get the tickets right away. So, what else? Is he adding something?
Oh,
did we forget something?
No, we were just so excited about the response. We we ended up making it a ticketed event in this manner because the first year it was so overwhelming.
Right.
We had, I think, almost 1,000 people interested. And we just pitch it to the community. We've been out at the farmers markets. The kids have been really helpful, like you said, as far as going to the businesses themselves and really just so excited to get the word out and be present in the community. So it really does make an effect on all the families in the area.
Yeah. I mean, our first year, we had to turn people away, which we never want to do.
No.
But
right.
right.
But
The businesses
There's
have
only
to
so much
prepare with the
lemonade.
snacks.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. There's only so much fudge.
That's
Lemon
right.
fudge.
Oh,
Have you
so
had
good.
lemon fudge? You have? Was it good?
Yes.
Oh.
It was from Killen's.
Of course. Well, Killen's never makes anything
Right.
bad, so I don't know.
The businesses get really creative with
I
their
bet.
treats. Lemon-themed treats, puppy chow, basil lemonade, lavender. I mean, all sorts of things. It really is just more than coming and grabbing a cup of plain Jane lemonade.
Right.
And you vote for your favorite,
Yes.
and they take it seriously.
Stakes, high stakes.
Pink Moon Bay is one of the most competitive ones. That she was a baker in another life, I'm pretty sure. And if she isn't, she should be. Yeah. But she makes crazy lemon streusel bars, all these different types of items, and she goes all out on it.
That's awesome.
Yes. The business owners have really been months in creation.
Sure.
They really do take it seriously.
Sure.
So it's a great event.
But that's a great competition too.
It is.
Right.
That's a great competition. So are there categories like lemonade, sweet treats, or
Yep, that's exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And we've talked about maybe having like a panel of judges in the future. Right now, it's just based on attendees. So, of course,
I want to judge.
Of course, Nancy.
I want to judge.
Yes.
Everything lemon. I can do that, especially in the summertime. How refreshing.
Right.
That is so cool. That's just so awesome. So Saturday the 20th. Right?
Thursday
the 20th. What did I just say? Saturday the 20th? I don't know. Saturday the 20th, 2030. I don't know when Saturday. So Thursday the 20th, that's actually that's a perfect day to do this.
Yes.
You're right. That weekend you have reasons to come to downtown Lake Geneva anyway that day, but then you get your ticket to the lemonade crawl and you have additional reasons. What are the times?
It is from 3 until 6.
Oh, wow.
So businesses are staying up
Several
a little
hours.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then
That's
registration starts opening up at 2 p.m. So
Okay.
we get you out there fast.
And when you check in at the library, you get your ballot to vote? Okay.
Yep, and a goodie bag and a little wristband that says you're part of the crawl. You get a little lemon tumbler with it. Yeah.
I want to go.
Sign up.
I am. I'm going to go sign up right after this.
Yes.
That's awesome. The Lake Geneva Lemonade Crawl. All you have to do is Google it, but you have to have a ticket. And definitely get them today because they will sell out. They do I know they do every year. Yeah. So, kids, I just want to say, I think this is absolutely wonderful what you guys have done. You have a good time doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to ask a question. They're going to be like, whatever, lady. Are you guys ready to start school soon?
Yes. We're homeschooled, so it goes pretty much. Year. This is pretty much our homeschool work.
Oh, that's
part of the work.
awesome.
They're so capable. Yeah.
What a great idea.
School's the best.
School's the best. Well, your mom's your teacher. Of course it's the best.
We have a countdown until school starts.
You know,
Hey, I try.
I love it. I absolutely love that. That is absolutely awesome. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And we will see you
for having us.
Oh, of course. Of course. Come back every year. Seriously. Although they keep getting bigger every year. So I know.
Harder to fit in the room.
Right. So Valerie, thank you guys so much for coming in and talking to us about the talking to us. Words are hard today. Talking to us about the Lemonade Crawl, August 20th. Get your tickets. Just Google Lake Geneva Lemonade Crawl. Get your tickets. It's going to sell out. It's a great time. Alex, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, more music right here on Lake 96.1.